Commons is sometimes described as a community gathering space that brings together programs, services, and technology to support student academic success.
Learning Commons, in my mind, is a really exciting space. It's a space that's both physical and virtual. It combines the collaborative richness of a library with the technology-laden richness of a technology lab.
A Learning Commons really feels like it belongs to everybody. Learning Commons develops community.
The Chapman Learning Commons has been packed with students almost full-time since we opened in 2002. The Learning Commons is meant to support a variety of learning activities that could be writing support, tutoring, technology help, and workshops, and it often blends face-to-face and online learning activities. This space typically includes a lot of computers with multimedia software. It would have group study space, movable furniture.
We really look at not just providing services, but providing services in the context of the student experience. We will look at the hills and valleys for a student. If they're in the bulk of midterms, we think about what support resources do we have to provide. If it's a stressful period, what does that do to influence our programming?
Learning Commons programs and services are driven by student needs. And in the Chapman Learning Commons, that means that we're not just programming for students, we're actually involving students in the decision-making process. Well, a common feature of Learning Commons is peer-led learning initiatives. Most of our services are driven by students, whether it's the tutoring or the writing support or our help desk. The students shape all of the content on our website, and we also have a student advisory committee that guides staff on the decision-making process.
Learning Commons has really greatly affected my university experience. I started out being one of those students who would just show up every day, go to class, go home, repeat, to being someone who's really anchored in the university community. Working as a Learning Commons assistant has been so much more than just helping people at a desk. I've really learned a lot about all the university has to offer and also how much that I can partake and give back to that part of the university.
Learning Commons are key in changing the educational approach in high schools. There's been a lot of talk around 21st century learning, a lot of writing about where we have to move from a content-based to a process-based approach to education, to a delivery system that emphasizes skills that are collaborative in nature, that help kids become better critical thinkers and access the skills they'll need for the 21st century. The Learning Commons is a place where this can happen. It's a space that's unique in the sense that it is facilitated by a librarian who's more of a learning coach and a knowledge broker. Anything that has to do with learning really has to find its starting point from the librarian within that library. The key about the Learning Commons, it really emphasizes that no child is alike, that everyone is going to learn differently at different rates.
It is so exciting to address the library as a place where children can connect to the world and children can connect to their own passions. Part of the shift of moving from a traditional school library to a Learning Commons was my physical collection. I weeded extensively. Anything that had been sitting on the shelf for 10 years and had never been checked out, it was gone. I needed to bring in things that allowed children to develop teamwork and leadership skills and to solve problems, but through play. So I bought a Lego table, I got a train set, a doll house, a medieval castle. Using the smart board, I tried to find different units to teach the children that were child-centered. Once children are capable of reading at a grade 5-6 level, we move them on to the digital library. And using the digital library, students are able to access information that they need that is new and it hasn't been sitting on a shelf and becoming stale.
I would see Learning Commons just continue to evolve in response to advances in technology and in response to student needs.
The evolution is for more and more student involvement and input in shaping their learning experience, so being open to creating that experience for students.
The most successful aspect of a Learning Commons is an emphasis, a focus, and appreciation upon an inquiry-based approach to learning, not only to learning, but to life.
Education is changing because we have a lot more freedom in discovering our own answers and making our own questions. A Learning Commons allows us to meet with the people we wish to meet with in an area that provides us with the tools to find the answers.